Sometimes the highest amount of creativity and productivity comes from the most minimal of beginnings. In the age of RGB everything, a simple and clean workspace might just be the solution. If you're a student, office worker, developer working from home, or you just want a nice setup to work on, this video is for you. By the way, this video is sponsored by NordVPN. Secure and protect your online data with the link in the description and save 70% by using code CreatedLabs. More on that later. I'm going to show you my minimal 2021 Mac desk setup, how I made the desk, why I chose these particular devices and accessories, and how I set everything up to remove clutter and be free of distractions. Everything I need to run 2 YouTube channels, an online business, and also study at the same time. The brains behind this setup is a base model M1 MacBook Air. There's nothing quite like sitting down to a desk setup you love while just outside the sky is overcast and cloudy and the rain is running down your window. The soft sounds of falling rain outside is one of my favorite things to listen to, and who needs a blanket when you've got a wet cat sitting on your lap anyway? First step to creating a great desk setup is choosing a location for the desk. Now, this might be more difficult for some, especially if you're living at home or in a share house. But for me, I wanted my desk near a window for natural lighting and to give me something to look out at, to give my eyes a break from the screen. At this point, you should also consider the shape and size of the desk you want to use. I'm lucky enough to have this entire spare bedroom to myself, so I went down to IKEA and purchased a fairly large wooden tabletop. This tabletop was originally meant for a kitchen, so I had to sand it, prep the surface, and finally stain it. I chose a dark stain that I thought would match the rest of my accessories and devices because most of them are either black or a dark shade of color. If you want to see a separate video on this process, let me know in the comments section below. Next, I decided I wanted to reuse my own adjustable height desk that I've been using for a few years. This was easy to install to the tabletop. For me, the next most important step was the screen. I planned on staring at this screen for over 8 hours a day, so I wanted to make sure I was using a high quality panel with a lot of options and adjustability. If you've been watching this channel recently, you would have seen my review of the Dell U2720Q, which is a 27-inch 4K USB-C hub monitor. This allows me to plug any devices I need to use on my MacBook directly into the monitor and then attach my Mac to the monitor with a single cable. This also charges my MacBook at the same time. By the way, all the products and items I discuss in this video are linked in the description down below. To raise my monitor off the desk to give me more room, I used an old monitor stand from Amazon I had lying around. It's relatively cheap, but it's a solid design and has lasted me over 6 years. It also gives me a really good level of adjustability. This next part is optional, but I find it personally helps me a lot in dark environments and helps prevent eye strain. It's known as bias lighting, and it's essentially providing light behind a bright screen, and this simple solution improves contrast ratio through balanced white accent lighting and reduces eye strain caused by changes in picture brightness from scene to scene in games, videos, and browsing the web. I used an old Philips Hue light strip and simply draped it across the monitor stand at the back. You can get proper bias lighting kits or even a cheaper LED strip from Amazon, but I like the Philips Hue brand as I already own several Hue bulbs and love the ecosystem. This also allows me to change the color to either cold or warm white, or even a funky RGB color if I'm feeling particularly adventurous. Now, if you want to go with a proper bias lighting kit, I'll link one from Amazon down below. Now, a quick word from NordVPN. It's NordVPN's birthday, and for a limited time, every purchase of a 2-year plan will get you 1 additional month free and a surprise gift. NordVPN can help you with online privacy, website access, and online security. There's always people lurking online who may want to steal your private information, even your internet service provider. That's right, Kat, they know you look at fish photos when you're meant to be studying. NordVPN sends your online traffic through a worldwide network of encrypted, super-fast remote servers in 60 different countries. Your IP address is changed and anonymized, making it impossible for anyone else to see your online activity, data, financial information, or passwords. This is helpful when you travel or use unsecured Wi-Fi networks in a public place such as cafes. Plus, NordVPN doesn't keep any logs of your activity on their own servers. You can also use an IP address in a different country to get access to content restricted to a specific location. You can unlock TV shows on Netflix, watch country-restricted videos on YouTube, or watch movies not available in your region. Check out the link in the description for more. Next, we have the stereotypical fake IKEA plants. I find this adds a touch of color and helps break up the wood and dark metal themes slightly. I prefer fake plants on a desk over real ones because they're obviously a lot less maintenance and won't spill dirt and water everywhere if the cat knocks the pot over. Moving on to accessories, I use the standard Apple wireless keyboard as my keyboard of choice. I use a mechanical keyboard on my gaming PC, but I really love this one because it's so minimal and the Bluetooth works so well with my Mac devices. I personally find the keys comfortable to type on, but some people may not. The beauty of this keyboard is that it charges via Lightning port, so you can just use the same cable as your iPhone. I use the MX Master mouse from Logitech. Just like the keyboard, it's super comfortable to use and the Bluetooth works flawlessly. I'm a tall guy, so I've got bigger hands, and the larger size of the MX Master is a welcome change from some of the small and oddly shaped mice out there. If you get the MX Master 3, it comes with a USB-C port for charging, which is great, unlike the MX Master 2 I'm using in this video, which is micro USB. One feature I love with the MX Master mice is that you get 3 profiles you can easily switch between. I switch between my Mac Mini and my MacBook Air often, and with a single click of a button, I'm connected to a different computer. This laptop stand is also an inexpensive Amazon product, although I was surprised at the high level of quality and adjustability it provided. You can easily change the size to fit almost any laptop design. This is a really sturdy piece of gear and your laptop won't fall down or get knocked over easily. I'm using the cheap Amazon Basics leather desk mat on my desk in this video. There are much higher quality ones out there, but I didn't need anything fancy. This is mainly to use my mouse on, otherwise I would just use a smaller mouse pad. I also like to keep a notebook on the desk as well. I try to digitize most of my life, but sometimes I just need to write things down or scribble some notes, and it's much nicer to use a pen and paper for these things every once in a while. The desk chair is nothing special. I acquired it when I left a previous job and it's comfortable enough. The big requirement for me is adjustable armrests because I rest my arms on them when I sit at my desk and it helps them stay level and prevents wrist fatigue. Lastly, nighttime is when this setup really comes to life. The bias lighting in the background is a great addition to my desk, and I did notice less eye strain after hours of editing or using Word docs. Bonus points if you steal your significant other's scented candle. I've got a cheap IKEA lamp in the corner and this features a Philips Hue bulb. I can change the color to a cold white with a bluish tint when I want to stay awake and work, or a warmer hue when I'm getting ready to wrap up for the night and go to sleep. Anyway, that's it from me for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and perhaps I gave you some ideas on how to create your own perfect minimal Mac setup. As always, all the links to products mentioned in this video are in the description down below, and apart from that, thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.